Hey everybody, it's Patricia and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a video just to check in with you guys. It's been a while. I didn't film it all last week and I'm here to just talk about where I've been and what's been going on and what I've crocheted lately. And third time's a charm. I have tried to film this video. This will be the third time. First time I thought, bright idea, let's set out on my back porch and film. It's way too hot. Second, I just started filming and somebody came to the door. So now, let's try again. Nobody's at the door. If they come to the door, I'm not going to answer it. So, yeah, here we go. Sorry guys. Let's get started. Where I've been, for Memorial Day weekend, my husband took me to the beach. You guys know I've been wanting to go to the beach. He took me to the beach. We left on Friday before Memorial Day. So we went to Pawleys Island and it's beautiful. I'd never been before to Pawleys. It's halfway between Myrtle Beach and Charleston, somewhere in there. It was really nice. So we really enjoyed that. And then my mother-in-law just contacted us and said she wanted to come visit. So she just left yesterday. So I had beach and then back to back, I had my mother-in-law come for a visit. So I didn't have time to film. I did do a little bit of crocheting and I'm going to share some of that with you today in this video. On June 21st, we're going back to the beach. We're going back to Pawleys Island and this time my mother-in-law is going to go with us. So that'll be nice. She's never been there either. So I'm excited. Anytime I can go to the beach, I'm ready. I'm there. I'm ready to go. So, yeah. Now, let's just go over what I've crocheted lately. I am in the process of redoing my Etsy shop. And I have decided to take all of my vintage jewelry out of the shop. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm just going to remove it all. I'm not going to list it anymore. I am going to keep the listings for my ornaments made with the vintage rhinestones. I'm going to keep that, and that's something I actually want to keep. I enjoy doing that. That is a seasonal job for me, though. I mean, mainly my ornaments sell in time for Christmas. That's how it's been every year. I do a little bit here and there, but it's mainly a seasonal shop for me. So I'm going to keep the ornaments, but I'm going to add in crochet. So I've been crocheting some things for the shop. Mainly, well, only, I've been crocheting coasters. That's what I've gotten done. I showed you guys a coaster I made. It looks like a swim ring, a red and white striped swim ring. Well, I made more of the red and white ones, and I've made some green and white ones. Next, I'm going to make yellow and white, and then I want to do, I think, navy and white. I'm going to get some of those made up, and then I'm going to list those in the shop, along with some of the amigurumi I've made. And then I've got some other ideas for items that are not stuffed animals, not amigurumi, to put in my shop as well. And to sell at markets whenever I get enough of an inventory that I could go to a market and sell. I'm nowhere near that yet. Maybe by the end of this year. Crochet's getting a little faster for me, although I pick very intricate detail patterns because that's what I'm drawn to. So I think I will have more detailed amigurumi pieces in my shop. I will try to sell at market too. May not sell, but I'm going to have more intricate pieces in my shop. I guess you would consider them more display art pieces, not so much toys. But I do want to make toys too. When I started my shop, my Etsy, doing the vintage rhinestones, I keep looking over there because I have them housed right over there. When I started out, I was buying jewelry and going through batches of jewelry. Those of you who've been with me a long time know I would get these bags and I would unbag them with you and look at all the different jewelry. And when I tried to sell just all different kinds of jewelry. I wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't getting anywhere with that. So then I started keeping the rhinestone pieces, and I started turning the rhinestone pieces into the ornaments, and that became my niche. Also, the rhinestone jewelry that I just didn't have the heart to take apart, I tried selling those separately. So I may, with what I have left, end up, they may become ornaments, because the ornaments sell for me, the jewelry's not selling for me. So I may do that. But I whittled it down to where I want to be. Now I'm in the process of doing that with my amigurumi or my crochet. I find I like detailed pieces. I like pieces with a little more character. I'm not so much making amigurumi for children to play with. I find I have some, but I find that's not really my niche. So I don't know if I want to make the detail pieces. I do want to make some that children can have to play with. And then I want to make pieces that are not amigurumi. So I'll figure it out. It's all just a trial and error for me. That's how I have to just figure it out. So, needless to say, I have 3 amigurumi pieces I want to show you that I have made since the last time I did one of these updates. 2 of them came from this new book I got. This is Aquatic Amigurumi right here. And I like this book. I will go over each piece with you and tell you what I like and what I didn't like, because I found there's some things with these patterns I'm not totally happy with. But let's start with my least favorite of the 3, which I like them all though, so it's nothing bad. Look at this mermaid I made. This mermaid I like so much better than that other mermaid I made a while back. I gave that mermaid to my my great niece Aria. She has that. Of course, she's way too young to play with it, but I went ahead and gave it to her mother. So this one, I love this portion of the mermaid. I just love this detail. It was easy to do. I learned a new stitch, a picot stitch. Very easy, very simple. But yeah, so I love the tail. It has these little star details on it. I love that. So like the body portion of the mermaid, I really like. Let's work our way up. This bow top, I don't like it. It's too big. When I make this again, I will make it not as wide and not as, you know, it's got to be smaller. Here is what the book has the mermaid. You can see it looks more like a shell, and it may be the type of yarn I've used, because this is a number 4 worsted weight acrylic yarn. This is not the cotton, not a sport weight, which is what the patterns call for, which is a smaller weight, which would have made the mermaid even smaller. I don't mind using acrylic yarn, but yeah, this bow, I need to change it up. I'm not happy. I mean, this is what it is. I will sell this piece. I don't know, be it in my Etsy store or in a market, but next ones will have smaller tops. I do want to make more of these because I love this portion. I think it's great. Next, the arms. When I make something the first time, I follow the pattern like it says. Same way when I'm cooking. When I make a recipe the first time, I do it exactly how the recipe says. 9 times out of 10, I need to switch it up and do something, and I'll tweak it and make it my own. That's what I'm going to do with this pattern. The instructions said just to stuff the arms like up to here and then leave them unstuffed. I don't like that. It was so they won't stand out from the body. I don't like that. I would stuff it even just lightly all the way up. I don't like that. It did call for putting some wire in the arms. I wish I had done that. I have pipe cleaners. I could have done that. And then that way I could have posed her arms. So that is something I should have done. I just left out the wire. but I will stuff it and not leave it flat. So that part I didn't like. The hair I do like. I do need to like tack it down a little more in the back, fix it somehow, you know, style it. You know, her hair is just everywhere right now. But yeah, I will do that before I list her, make her a little more, do something with this hair. But I do like this hair better than the other mermaid I did. That other mermaid had so much hair and it was just so, oh, it was awful. It wasn't awful, but it was a pain is what I'm trying to say. Now, with her head is just a round ball. And in the instructions, you close it up completely. She does have a tiny bit of a neck, not really. And then you sew the head onto the top of the body. I did sew it on stiff, so her head's in place. But I don't care for that. I think what I will do next time is stitch her a little more of a neck, or I'm going to follow the patterns I did for like Freddie Mercury and Rupert, where the neck has comes up to a point and then the head has a hole and it fits down on top. That's my favorite. I'm going to see if I can adapt this pattern to do that, and that way the head will stay on much better. That's my preferred choice. I need to learn to do that. I would like to, when I eventually make my own patterns, that's how I would want the heads to attach. So yeah, that's the changes I would do. But I do like this mermaid. I like her a lot. I like her a lot better than the other one I made. And I will be making more of her. Okay, sorry guys. The battery died, of course. So I don't remember what I was saying while I was trying to change the battery. But anyway, I will crochet more of her and do the hair maybe a little different on some. Try to fix the head differently. And yeah, so. But I will be making more with different colors. But there we go. That's the first one I made out of this book. The next one I made, also out of this book, I really like this one, but there's things I would change. So this is a pirate. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this pirate. Here he is on the cover of the book, right here. And he also, the pattern has a parrot you can make. I didn't make the parrot. Made the eye patch. We'll just take that off. This is the pirate. What I didn't know from looking at pictures of the book, I bought the book on Amazon, and I always like to look and see if they have pictures of the patterns that are inside the book. And I usually, if I'm not satisfied with that, I look online to see if anybody's shown the book. And I had seen some things, but not a whole lot on this book. And I didn't know until after I got the book and started crocheting that his head is like this shape, and that you sew it on to the neck like that. Now, same book, this one said to not stuff this here and to sew the head on. But then the photos in the book, which I didn't see until after I sewed the head on, I didn't really pay attention to. Here he is. When I don't want to show the pattern, and I don't know if you can see this, but it shows the head's stuffed a little more. The neck is stuffed a little more. So I'm like, well, I followed what was written. Now see, his head flops back. I've sewed it on as best as I could. Well, there we go. I sewed it on as best as I could. And I do like it. I do think if I make him again, which I'm not sure if I will make him again, but if I do, I would stuff all the way up. But then it'll be sticking out. I can see where maybe she didn't like it stuffed all the way up, because it would stick out and look kind of funny. I guess that's why she wrote in the pattern to sew it this way. I'm not really sure. I guess it does look better like that than stuck out. That makes sense. But anyway, here he is. I tried to give him a tattoo on his arm. I should give him a tattoo that said Mom. I still could do it. It is so hard to embroider on an amigurumi. That's my opinion. I have the hardest time. But I love, he turned out great. I didn't put anything in his leg. It did say you could put some wire. I didn't put wire in his leg. But it worked up easy. It works. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with him. I don't have a name for him. I am going to sell him, though I'm not going to keep him either. You embroidered the mustache. It's not the best looking, but it looks exactly like they embroidered it in the book. So there we go. So anyway, this is the pirate, and he has an eye patch. Which way is the correct way? Put his eye patch on. He was fun to make. I'll have to say oops, the eye patch goes over the eye. Like that. There we go. There he is. With his eye patch. I'm just making a mess. I'm not going to make the parrot to go with him. But there we go. That's the pirate. I love the details. I think he looks great. And since talking to you guys, I can understand the neck part maybe. I get it. Okay. Last, this was a pattern I purchased on Etsy. So let me run over to my Etsy. I had not purchased another pattern in a while. Can you believe it? I haven't purchased a pattern. I do have several in my cart. I bet you guys do that. Do you put things in cart? I do that with Amazon. Okay, this pattern is called, first he's done by Crochet Poa. Name's across the bottom because it's just a weird name here. Crochet Poa. His name is Summer Claus. Look at this. This pattern, this designer is really good. This pattern. The Santa himself is so simple. And when I was crocheting, look at these knobby knees and his flip-flops. You start from the bottom and work your way up. His arms are sewn on. They are not stuffed at all. They didn't call for stuffing. They are kind of thin. So these I don't believe would need stuffing, except maybe stuff the hands. But I don't know that they needed it. I love it. Look at that. And then he's got a swim ring. His is a flamingo, and it comes off. And then we have him, Santa. Look, he's got a belly button. And look at his tan lines. He has tan lines. I love this. I paid $7 for this pattern. Worth every penny. Absolutely. You can make him without the hat. He doesn't have to be Santa. I changed the color. The color of the swim trunks in the pattern were like a yellow with green, I think. I did blue and lime green with the flamingo. And this got me thinking about making the coasters I was talking about. Making flamingo ones and rubber ducky ones like Rupert has the duck floaty. But yeah, look at that. I love this. I love. My thing is, do I want to keep him or do I want to sell him? Do I want to make another one? I'm loving Summer Claus here. I think it's a perfect name for him too, Summer Claus. But look, he's just so detailed. And he was very easy to make. Very easy. He's just one piece with some arms and legs. Arms and legs, the arms and legs are sewn on. They are not crocheted. And then his beard, mustache is sewn on, and his hat. But he's simple and easy to make. So that's it. That's everything that I have made and my thoughts. I think I want to crochet a little bit more out of this book, and then I'll do a book review if anybody's interested. Put it out there because I think I only saw a couple book reviews, and I want to just go through the book, show pictures, not pattern, but pictures, and just go from there. But yeah, that's it. So I think we're all caught up. Like I said, June 21st, I'm going back to the beach. So I'm home this week. Maybe I can get some filming done of what I don't know yet, but we'll see what I come up with. So guys, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe. Any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.